Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Emily Bloom. Hundreds of people are traveling home after the Thanksgiving holiday, and wind and snow will make for some tough travel over the mountain passes. Snoqualmie Pass could see up to a foot of snow by tomorrow morning. We're going to send things straight over to meteorologist Matt Gray. And Matt, you've been warning people about this for days now.
Yeah, that's right. And it really looks like we are going to have another round of snow here late tonight, and that'll likely drag out the snowy conditions up on the passes into tomorrow morning. Now, particularly what we're seeing right now is the snow bands that have developed across the Cascades have really been dumping snow across Stevens Pass and Snoqualmie Pass, although it has been fairly decent for most of the day, and that's a testament to the road crews that were up working hard this morning after that snow overnight. It is looking a little crusty there as well. So if you know someone that is headed west tonight, they're likely going to run into some wintry conditions. It's wintry, but certainly much improved from what we saw earlier today on 4th of July and Lookout Pass, although we'll see some deterioration again as we head into tonight. We do have some bands of snow, one right over the Silver Valley. You've got that snow developing over the crest of the Cascades in the Stevens and Snoqualmie Pass areas, and so we'll continue to see snow here from time to time for the very tail end of holiday travel. We are going to get another little push of snow tonight that will get down into the lowlands areas in the purple. That's a winter weather advisory, so across the Palouse and down to the LC Valley and the Camas Prairie, we're going to see a little bit of light snow tonight. Same goes for the Silver Valley. May even see a brief little dusting around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene as well before the morning drive. Otherwise, cloudy skies, foggy conditions, chilly temperatures, and that's not all. We have another storm we're tracking. I'll tell you about that coming up.
Thanks, Matt. Well, it has been 2 weeks since 4 students from the University of Idaho were murdered in their off-campus home. The university offered a choice to students to finish their semester either online or on campus after the Thanksgiving break. Peter Choi was in Moscow today and talked to students who came back to campus following the holiday.
The students at the University of Idaho are starting to return to campus after Thanksgiving break. And students I talked to today tell me the campus is unusually quiet and some of their friends didn't come back from homes because of their safety.
I feel safe, but some of my friends don't. And so I know a lot of the campus doesn't, so it's been pretty empty.
On Sunday following Thanksgiving break, there are few students back on campus trickling back into their rooms. Jacob Buckham is a freshman at the University of Idaho. He's returning to campus after Thanksgiving with his family.
My mom didn't want me to go back.
The university is giving students options for their academic work after the holiday.
To meet the needs of all of our students, we have asked our faculty to work with their classes to allow each student to complete the semester either in person or remotely.
I'm not a good online learner, so if I feel safe on campus, then I should come back.
And freshman James DeVault is also one of the students who came back to campus.
You know, I feel safe, and I did the whole online school thing during COVID, and it did not work out. So I just, came back up here to get the in-person education.
Another student says she feels safe on campus. She says she wants to be in the classroom.
To go to class, because I like to be in class more than going online. And I just like being in person.
University officials say student and employee safety remains a top priority. The school has heightened all security measures on campus, including the Safe Walk program, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Mental health services and counseling will be available for anyone in need. In Moscow, Peter Choi, 4 News Now.
Moscow police are asking for any tips or video about unusual behavior you might have seen on the night of November 12th and early morning on the 13th while Kaylee and Madison were in downtown Moscow and Ethan and Xana were at the Sigma Chi house. Any and all tips can be sent to tipline.ci.moscow.id.us. Any video or digital media can be sent to the FBI at fbi.gov/Moscow, Idaho. And the University of Idaho is hosting a candlelight vigil Wednesday, November 30th to honor the memories of Ethan, Xana, Madison, and Kaylee and allow friends and peers to mourn. You can find more information on the vigil on our website, kxly.com. And a devastating loss for a Clarkston family. A fire destroyed their home Saturday afternoon. The family was not at the home when the fire happened. When crews arrived, the home was full of smoke with flames coming out of the windows. Crews contained the fire in about half an hour. The family is receiving help from the Red Cross. There were no reported injuries. And now to the latest on the deadly Walmart shooting. The FBI and forensic unit from the city of Chesapeake have completed their investigation. ABC's Christine Sloan has more.
As authorities investigate last week's deadly Walmart shooting, the FBI and Chesapeake Police Department's forensic unit have finished their crime scene investigation. The city said the store will be handed back to Walmart. In a statement, Walmart says it plans to work closely with its associates to determine the best time to reopen. Authorities claim the supervisor who allegedly shot and killed 6 of his co-workers left a message on his phone titled Death Note, in which he complained about his colleagues and referred to murder. Witnesses say Andre Bing appeared to be targeting specific employees.
He knew when we were in the break room. It starts 10 o'clock every night.
On Monday, the Chesapeake City Council will hold a special meeting to confirm the emergency declaration, which free up funding to support the recovery effort. A candlelight vigil will also be held to honor the victims. On Thursday, President Biden reiterated his call for an assault weapons ban.
The idea we still allow semi-automatic weapons to be purchased is sick. It's just sick. It has no social redeeming value. Zero, none.
But investigators say the gunman in the Walmart shooting used a 9mm pistol that he legally purchased just hours before the massacre. Police add they recovered the box and receipt for the weapon, along with ammunition from inside his home. Christine Sloan, ABC News, New York.
And we have more news ahead on 4 News Now at 6. Some toy makers say they may need a little Christmas miracle. Why companies are betting on last-minute shoppers. And children should be getting a certain amount of exercise each day, but the pandemic has changed everything. We'll talk about that coming up.
And it's looking like a very busy week of weather in the inland Northwest. That includes a weather alert day for Wednesday because we're looking at some big time snow coming into the inland Northwest. We'll talk about what we know right now about that storm coming up in your forecast.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
You'll love saving your green at Jennifer's.
Providence has been focused on meeting the needs of the community for over 160 years, and we are honored to bring you top-rated Medicare Advantage coverage. Providence plans start at just $0 and include dental, hearing, and vision. Experience the difference of a community of care, united by compassionate coverage. Providence, join us as we make communities stronger by building true health together.
For over 6 decades. First, as the Spokane Guild School. Now as Joya, we have been providing care that is second to none. Now, we have a building to match. Joya, every child is limitless.
Hello, and welcome to Mountain West Bank's annual Day of Caring. We're here in Coeur d'Alene working with Habitat for Humanity of North Idaho on a project that will one day soon be homes for 21 Kootenai County families. We call it Day of Caring, but as you can see, its benefits can last a lot longer. Mountain West Bank, today, tomorrow, together.
In a recent clinical study, patients using Salonpas patch reported reductions in pain severity, using less or a lot less oral pain medicines, and improved quality of life. That's why we recommend Salonpas. It's good medicine.
It's time to replace your old tub with a new shower. But you don't want the hassle or the worry of getting it finished. You just want to pick a style and relax, knowing that it'll be wonderful when it's done. Is that too much to ask? No, actually it's not. Rebath, from start to stunning. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,250 off your complete bathroom remodel.
Northwest Winterfest opens Friday, December 2nd. It's the Northwest's largest illuminated holiday and cultural festival, now indoors and bigger and better than ever, with displays up to 130 feet long and 25 feet high, plus live performances, free interactive children's activities, and free admission for kids 10 and under. So come celebrate the magic. Your tickets are waiting at northwestwinterfest.com.
4 News Now is brought to you by P1FCU.
After a pretty mild start to the day, we have sunk down into the 20s, and eventually quite a few of us will end up flirting with the teens as we get into tomorrow morning. And you can see a mixture of cloudy skies and clear conditions as we see some light snow showers continuing to move their way across the region. Here's our lows tonight. We're expecting more clear skies as you head north towards Canada, and so Colville down to 6 tonight. Bonners Ferry down to 14, single digits as well in the Met Howe Valley, and teens in the Okanagan will be in the 20s as you head further south, and even only down to 30 in Lewiston. And that is going to be our warm mark, at least for a few days here, because it is going to be a chilly day on Monday. Cloudy start with a little bit of patchy fog. We'll only work up into the upper 20s as we head through the afternoon. We'll see the sunshine come out, so that'll take a little bit of the edge off. And then very quickly, we're going to drop into the teens as we get on our way to single digits Monday night into Tuesday morning. So pretty chilly conditions. We're also going to be watching for more of that snow, especially in the Cascades tonight. And then a little bit of energy gets across, and we end up with some light snow moving across the central Columbia Basin. This is largely going to be south of Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, though we may get a brief little dusting in the metro, but mostly places like St. Mary's, down the Palouse to Pullman, Moscow, and the LC Valley. That's where we expect light snowfall accumulations, and things will be a little bit slippery as we get our Monday started. We'll also continue to see snow even into the afternoon around Lookout Pass as this latest little disturbance passes us by. Overall, as we get up in the morning, looking for, once again, pretty light accumulations. We'll end up with probably an inch or two around Pullman, Moscow, into the Lewiston area. St. Mary's and Kellogg may end up with just slightly more than an inch or two by the time the day is out. And our highs, as you can see, only in the 20s, a few spots getting even chillier, only up to 20 in Winthrop. Lewiston will be much warmer, 36. After that comes the big storm that we've already are putting a weather alert day on. That's because there's a potential for some pretty heavy snow with this one. 6 inches or more in many places from I-90 all the way north to the Canada border, starting Tuesday night and going through Thursday morning before things calm down. I'll put this animation up for you very quickly and show you what's going on. So we do get a break on Tuesday, and then here comes that storm. It is bringing a lot of moisture. Wednesday morning is going to be a very difficult commute all across the region. It snows pretty much all day Wednesday. Like I said, it doesn't really get stopped for a little bit until we get to Thursday. Now, here are our odds for snowfall. I would say anything above 50%, around 50% is usually, that's where we put our number at. So I'm thinking at the very least 6 inches with the potential for perhaps much more around the metro. So we'll kind of see how the numbers evolve here in the next 24 hours. I think we'll have much more clarity by the time we get to Monday night. In the meantime, be ready for snow and be ready for a lot of it Wednesday, Thursday, and into the start of the weekend.
Looking forward to that. Thanks, Matt. Well, if you're looking for a little winter fun, but skiing isn't your thing, there are plenty of local spots that are perfect for sledding with the kids once we get that extra snow. And in this week's Air 4 Adventure, we are giving you a bird's eye view of one of the most popular spots in North Spokane.
Sledding, we come every year. Holmberg Park, North Spokane. Yeah, five or six families that came out today. Tried to do it on Christmas Eve, but didn't happen for us this year. Try to be prepared. Get a little hot chocolate, stay hydrated, some donuts from Rosars. You know, we try to make it a lot of fun so the kids remember it and want to come back every year.
For sledding, I would give it a 9 out of 10 just because it's a starter for little kids. Big kids like me, it's just like getting practice in before you go down on Mount Spokane. My goal today was to try and get some air on my jumps. Because of the slush, it was a lot harder, but I still had fun and I did get enough speed to at least get to the jump.
A bigger hill in the back. That's the Widowmaker. That's where the older kids go.
It's definitely worth the 15-minute walk up there because you just go so fast. The momentum, it just flies you down, and it's great.
This year's been a little challenging for everybody with masks, and school's been a little more challenging being at home, but you know, we try to have fun. This is how we do it. It's a perfect sledding day.
The holiday season is back in Spokane and people are getting into the holiday spirit. Riverfront Park was packed with people at the Numerica Christmas tree lighting celebrations, which kicked off yesterday evening. People of all ages came together to celebrate the Christmas season near the Numerica skate ribbon. There were live performances, ice skating, and lots of hot chocolate in addition to the ceremonial lighting. The fun didn't stop there. The Riverfront Trail of Lights also kicked off and will be around for families to enjoy. You can enjoy a walk through a winter wonderland and experience the holiday lights of the season. That Riverfront Park Trail of Lights on Howard will run through January 2nd, and it's free for everyone. And with the busiest shopping weekend of the year underway, some toy retailers say they may need a Christmas miracle. The $39 billion U.S. toy industry logs about half of its annual sales in the weeks leading up to Christmas. But so far, sales are down 3% compared to the same time last year, and stores worry they have too much inventory. With rising costs, it appears consumers are budgeting more carefully for the holiday season this year. America's two largest toy companies, Hasbro and Mattel, are counting on a flurry of last-minute shopping to help them reach their bottom line. Some retail experts predict many consumers will put off their toy purchases until the last 10 days before the holiday. They hope that parents will want to ensure there are presents for kids under the tree despite the economic downturn. And kids should have at least 60 minutes of exercise each day, but ever since the pandemic, kids are struggling to meet that mark. ABC's Em Nguyen has the details.
COVID has drastically impacted our daily lives and health, especially for children and adolescents. New research indicating that the amount of time children exercise each day has gone down 20% during the pandemic. There was an even larger reduction for higher intensity activities. Kids were shown to only partake in 2/3 of the recommended daily dose of physical activity. Researchers warn that these levels of inactivity may be difficult to change and that the cumulative toll on the pandemic has compounded over time. Moving forward, it's important to encourage activity in children to ensure their health and well-being. Time to get out there and get moving. With this Medical Minute, I'm Em Nguyen, ABC News.
And coming off their bye week, the Seattle Seahawks were back in action this afternoon. Coming up in sports, Alex Crescenti has the highlights from their thrilling finish against the Las Vegas Raiders.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
It's a prime-time Plinko party like you've never seen. Qualify in November and win a shot at Plinko Cash at the Kootenai Casino in Bonners Ferry. And our Plinko party is just the beginning. Kootenai Falls Lodge midweek room rates are just $79 a night or just $99 on Friday and Saturday. Rates based on availability. If you like parties, book a November getaway to the Kootenai Casino. Call 888-YOU-ARE-LUCKY or visit KootenaiRiverInn.com.
Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning is your family-owned and operated #1 HVAC contractor in the Northwest. Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning would like to introduce our own carbon reduction program. Buy a new energy-efficient furnace from Bill's Heating and receive a matching air conditioner with installation absolutely free. No hidden fees, no conditions, no exceptions. Buy a furnace, get a free AC from Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning. Call today for estimates and repairs.
It's here once again, an adventure in Coeur d'Alene with family and friends. Trees will light up, snow will fall, while you're dining, shopping, and having a ball. Santa and STCU hid elves in secret spots. So keep an eye out, you could win lots. If you find our elf on a shelf while in downtown Coeur d'Alene, a Fig Pickles shopping spree, Seahawks tickets, or gift cards you could gain. So explore downtown shops like never before. Go to cdadowntown.com if you want to learn more.
Dear Detour, you took us off-road on the gnarliest trails. You asked us to measure up. So yeah, we did. When life slings you mud, sling it right back. Stay strong. Toyota Trucks.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan with roadside assistance. Visit your local Toyota dealer to learn more. Reserve yours at toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
When COVID hit, we were scrambling to figure out what are we going to do. Literally got phone call from Numerica. Hey, we just want to let you know we're here for you. We've got funding that we're sending your way. And I mean, I cried on the phone.
It's just nice to have a place that can give you some sort of stability and hope and get you back on track to where you need to be. Thank you so much for all your support. It actually means something greatly to us.
Through 12 weeks of the NFL season, the Seattle Seahawks were tied for first place in the NFC West as the contenders and pretenders are really starting to take shape now. And on Sunday afternoon, Seattle had a chance to pick up another win as they played a disappointing Las Vegas Raiders team, which the only similarity the two have, beating Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos this season. Well, let's get to it. First play of the game, the Raiders with the ball. Derek Carr is going to have a little play fake and throws it downfield, but is off the mark and into the hands of Quandre Diggs. He's going to return it all the way into the red zone. That's exactly the start you want to see if you're a Seahawks fan. A couple of plays later, it's going to be Kenneth Walker III taking the handoff, bouncing off the line, getting some nice blocking, and dives across the plane for the touchdown. As Seattle on top, and we're not even 30 seconds into this game. Fast forward to the middle of the second quarter now. We have the beginnings of a shootout. Geno Smith's going to go deep to Tyler Lockett. He gets just the separation he needs to beat the defender for the score, and Seattle able to make it a one-point game. Now to the fourth, we're going to be all tied up at 27 apiece, and Seattle threatening again. Geno's going to roll out and hit Travis Homer in the flat. He's going to cut up inward and is off into the end zone. Seattle retakes the lead in this wild back-and-forth affair. So the Raiders are going to need an answer to get back into it. On the ensuing drive, Carr is going to feel a little bit of pressure, but no problem him. He's going to find Foster Moreau in for the touchdown in the back of the end zone. We're all tied up and headed into overtime. In the OT, the Raiders missed a long field goal, so the Seahawks have a chance to win it with just a score. But on third down, Geno nearly goes down for the sack and just gets the ball out, and they have to punt the ball away. That sets up Las Vegas on the first play of the possession. Josh Jacobs is going to take the handoff up the middle, a little opening, and he's off to the races. No one's going to catch him for the game-winning 85-yard rush as Las Vegas earns their fourth win on the season. As for the Seahawks, they now drop 2 in a row and drop a game back in the NFC West after the 49ers beat the Saints this afternoon. So another wild game this season and another loss for Seattle.
You know, I give them credit. They outplayed us and got their win, but it's really frustrating because the game was there to be won, and you know, the fumble that we had going in, and you know, not getting and we get the stop on fourth down, big stop on fourth down. We get the ball around midfield, and we don't get a first down there. Those are, you can look at both ways. Everybody was involved in this thing, and we're not going to say a whole lot about it. We're not going into much detail. We'll deal with it in the next couple days.
Seahawks will now hit the road for their first matchup against the Rams next weekend. And we've completed another college football regular season, and yet again, the Washington State Cougars find themselves on the losing end of an Apple Cup in oddly maybe the best game that we've seen in the rivalry in a decade. Now, the Cougars offense was able to go blow for blow with the Washington Huskies in the first half and only trailed by a point going into the break. But after that, it was all UW. They pulled away thanks to 5 touchdowns on the day by Michael Penix Jr. Now, coming into the day, the Huskies had one of the best offenses in the country, but they may have saved the best for last as they put up more than 700 yards en route to their 51-33 win. And while the Cougs offense only scored once in the second half, it's hard to win games when the defense couldn't stop a nosebleed out there.
We gave up 51 points. You know, I'm not focused on the offense. I mean, it's that we win as a team, we lose as a team. And it wasn't our best performance, you know, and I thought the offense gave us a shot to stay in the game.
You know, this one hurts. There was a lot of fans there today. There was our senior night. So it hurts a little bit, and we're sorry we couldn't get that one done.
Now, the Cougars will now have to wait a week to see where they're going to be bowling. Most projections have them going to the Jimmy Kimmel Los Angeles Bowl. Now, as for the Huskies, if USC wins the Pac-12 championship game, it's very likely that they're going to be headed off to Pasadena for the Rose Bowl. And checking in on the Gonzaga Bulldogs, they are currently in the final minutes in the PK Film Legacy Tournament. Third place matchup against Xavier. They lead with about 2 minutes to go. We're going to have the highlights for you coming up at 11. 4 News Now, we'll be right back.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Culligan Water.
Celebrate 25 years of magical memories at Coeur d'Alene's Holiday Light Show. Make your holiday bright with a stay at your favorite hotel on the lake.
An official message from Medicare.
Often, things look the same. Exactly the same. Until you take a closer look. At Medicare.gov, you can easily compare Medicare plans and see the real difference. Find a plan that offers you more or saves money. Wouldn't that be nice? Plans change every year. So can your health. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Compare now at Medicare.gov.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
The doctor will see you now. But do they really? Do they see all that you are? At Kaiser Permanente, all of us work together to care for all that is you. Kaiser Permanente.
The world's greatest magicians come together live on stage for a holiday spectacular. The Illusionist Magic of the Holidays.
December 26th at First Interstate Center. Buy now at Ticketswest.com.
You didn't live this strong, this long, to get put on the shelf like a porcelain doll. But 1 out of 2 women over 50 will suffer a fracture from osteoporosis. You should know you can build new bone with Evenity for postmenopausal women with osteoporosis at high risk for fracture. Ask your doctor if you can do more than just slowing down bone loss with Evenity. Want stronger bones? Then build new bone. Evenity can help in just 12 months. Evenity is proven to reduce spine fracture risk by 73%.
Evenity can increase risk of heart attack, stroke, or death from a cardiovascular problem. Do not take Evenity if you have low blood calcium or are allergic to it. Serious allergic reactions and low blood calcium have occurred. Tell your doctor about jawbone problems, as they have been reported with Evenity, or about pain in your hip, groin, or thigh, as unusual thigh bone fractures have occurred.
Don't let a break put you on a shelf. Talk to your doctor about building new bone with Evenity.
Well, a very, very busy week of weather ahead. We will be keeping you updated as we go through Monday, kind of get a little bit closer. I think another 24 hours will enlighten us on the all-important Wednesday forecast and the snow amounts as well. I think we'll get a lot more clarity about 24 hours from now. In the meantime, bundle up and be ready for snow. Be ready for a lot of it. Your last moment, your last opportunity to get winter ready is the next couple of days.
All right. Thanks, Matt. Well, you can keep up to date with all of the news on KXLY.com, and we'll see you back here tonight at 11.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app. See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.